Give me your favorite Coach Keady story. Give me your most memorable, the one that will always stand out to you.
Oh, I got a lot of them. I got a lot of stories. The thing that I take the most from him was how honest he was. And he never, even though he would say things that hurt your feelings, and I suppose I do the same, or I did the same. But you never left feeling like he's like trying to get one over on you or shortchanging. Like he was just a direct, like I said, like a man's man. Like he just was, and like you didn't want to let him down. Like that's something that, I think if you have that quality as a coach, that's a good thing. That's a great thing. It's like, to this day, I don't want to let him down. I feel the same way, about my dad, my mom, like, my parents. Like, I don't want to let them down. Like I always say that to our guys, like, like, do you care like about letting your parents down? You care about like, what does this mean to you? Like have some pride in your family, like have some pride in your city, have some pride where you're from. And he just had a lot of that with him. But they were 15 and 16 my senior year in high school, and they had good players. And they'd won the Big Ten in 87 and 88, and then 89, they took a step back. And then in 90, my freshman year, I didn't play, rightfully so. And we were the second team in the Big Ten, and we were a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. Wow. And we started the season, and he was out of his mind. I'd call my dad and say, this Gene Keady is the best. He's throwing his coat. You should hear what he's saying to these officials. Like I'm in the huddles and like listening. It was like coaching 101. But like he had us so amped. I say us, I wasn't getting in games, but I was slapping the board in layup lines. And he had us so amped to play. And we would practice for 3 hours, and it would be like I'd be looking at the clock when I first got there. I'd be looking up at the clock like going, hey, man, I think that thing's going backwards. Like, you get in biology class and you look up and you're getting out at 2:45 and it's 2:30. And then you look up and it's 2:15. The clock's going backwards. Like you just feel that when you're like dreading something. Like they was so hard. I was 6'6", 175 when I got to Purdue. Okay. I benched like 160 or 165 one time, something in there. Like I was so physically weak. And so like getting through the practices when I first got there, it was just a chore in itself for me. I mean, it was so hard, but you learn so much, and he was into it. Like he was so competitive. He told me about Coach Knight. He just says, let me tell you something. You like Indiana and you want to go to Indiana. He goes, and I respect that. He says, because Bobby Knight wins. He goes, Bobby Knight graduates his players, and Bobby Knight doesn't cheat. He goes, and I got a lot of respect for that. He goes, now I want to kick his ass. He goes, and you can come here and you can help us do it. He doesn't want you. He goes, I want you. He goes, you come here and we'll go down to Indiana and we'll kick their ass. And I was like, oh, okay. You're like on your visit. You're like, oh, okay. Just want to put it like that. And I told my dad, I don't know if I want to go to Purdue, but man, I want to play for Gene Keady. I told my mom, I was like, hey, this Gene Keady guy, I feel the same way today. He's 84 and I'm 50. We talk 2, 3, 4 times a week, but like he just was, to this day, if like you say, what do you think? What's the first thing you think about when someone says Purdue? Gene Keady. That's what I think about. I don't care how things progress for the next 15, 20 years. That's what he was, our school, and he embodied our school. And we have a blue collar, great education, great people, and all the things that he stood for. It was Purdue University, and it still is.
Coach, what were you like as a player? Because as a coach, you always preached like make the right play, make the easy play. Rumors have it that I've heard that there was some serious like flash to your game.
Yes.
Like some of the like fake passes behind guys' heads, and they'd like turn and then shoot. Is that accurate?
That's more high school. Yeah.
In high school,
I was kind of a high school Harry. Yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah. French pastry.
Wow.
So it's not something you're proud of as a coach, because like you get people to like Rob will tell you, like we're working on stuff like jump stops all the time. Like we're always like trying to
they don't go together.
It does not go together.
Jump stops.
And I always say this, like, I don't know if I'd take somebody like myself.